Hey guys, Sacco here. Today I got top 16 at the Anaheim YCS. Wish I could have done better, but I lost to Triff. Great guy, he's playing the best deck in the room. A little bit better than my deck in my opinion, but I think that my deck was phenomenal. Out of the pure Ryzeal deck, this is probably the best deck to play. Let's just get right into the video. Starting off with the main deck, you have to max out on 3 ice, 3 extra Ryzeal, 3 sword, and then 1 node. This is going to be standard in everyone's list. No one's ever going to change this ratio. Following up, you have 3 bonfires. This adds to the consistency of your deck. Basically gives your deck 12 hard starters. Then you do play some pot cards to try to help out with that. And then, of course, you play the cross and the plug-in. I chose not to main deck the trap. A lot of people were playing the whole thruster, plasma thruster, whatever it's called. I decided I didn't think it was really good in the main deck because it's only good in certain matchups and to play around board breakers. But to be honest, I just started going for the board, and you just live through the board breakers because they're going to interact with you in hand traps anyways. If they have the board breaker, your non-engine's going to back you up. So, trap probably can be cut as well. Then we do play some pot cards. 2 Desires, 1 Prosperity. This is definitely the correct ratio if you do want to play the pot cards in your deck. Absolutely phenomenal. They were great the entire weekend. Or this card was great. This card was horrible. Don't like this card at all, but you need it. I do really hate banishing the names off of this, but you have to play them. You just have to.
You would like to participate in one of these 8 Maliss
then you play 3 crossout. You need to have ways to stop the hand traps in the mirror match. And then 1 called by and 1 talents. These are mostly for crossout targets, as well as they kind of serve the same thing as crossout designated, just a little bit worse. Talents was phenomenal. It's a great going second card, as well as a great going first card. It helps punish hand traps. That's the main purpose of it. On the hand traps, you have 3 imperms, 2 of each chummy. I like 2 and 2 because into the matchups you have like ones that are better into certain matchups. Like this is better into Ryzeal, but this is better into everything else basically. And so if you do play against a matchup like Ryzeal and you draw your Fuwalis instead of your Pirellia, then you want to have Fuwalis be able to draw you into Pirellia. That was the main reasoning for it, but also you want to have multiple in your deck just in general. They're level 4 bodies, they're extenders when you get hand trapped early on X, as well as they're good crossout targets. Then you have 3 Ash Blossoms. This negates Chummy, so it's broken. 3 Veilers. This negates Duo Drive, so it's broken. And then I played 2 Mourners. Mourner was a really good pick for this event. In the mirror match, they don't always have the crossout target for Mourner, so it's really impactful there. And it pairs really well with your other hand traps. And then I did play 2 one-ofs. I played 1 Droll and 1 Nib. The reason I played these as 1-of is for the crossout target mainly. I think Droll is actually really good into the mirror match. And I think the Nib is really good in combination with other cards. But you mainly want these for the crossout targets. And then you can, in the side deck, like post side, you can change your deck to fit what matchup you're really wanting to do. So that's it for the main deck, 40 cards. Onto the extra deck. Nothing super crazy here. We have 2 detonators, 2 duo drives, 1 copy of me, Dweller, Starleech. A lot of people are cutting this card. This card is phenomenal. Really like this card. Do not cut this card. Tornado Dragon was probably one of the best cards in the extra deck. Sorry, my throat hurt. We got a Dugaros. This card's broken. It's going to draw you cards when you need to, as well as it's how you push for game. 1 Exciton, 1 Utopic Draco. This is the other card that helps you push for game. And then I played Typhon. You have to play Typhon in this format. This card is phenomenal. One of the best cards printed. As well as 2 Aggregator. I wanted to play 2 Aggregator because I'm siding the Slayer. So I think this does come up a lot as it's 2 of. And then 1 Donner for when you nib them and you need to remove the token. On to the side deck. 2 Nibs, 2 Drolls, the 1 of each Chummy that I don't main deck. You want to be able to manipulate your deck to really fit the matchup you're trying to play against. So having these to manipulate your deck with is really important. Along with that, I played 3 Slayers and a Harpies. These were the best cards by far going into the mirror match. They're never going to get to like the God board that plays around this with all the hand traps in your deck, right? So being able to hand trap them and then ultimate slayer them just to finish off their board is insane. So as the 1 Harpies, this is a lot better than Lightning Storm because you can draw it into like midway into the game, into the grind game, and it helps remove their cross. Once their cross is gone, the game's pretty much over. They just lose all grindability and they're just out. Speaking of which, I decided to side deck a 2nd cross and the whole thruster. This did not come up, but I think the 2nd cross was phenomenal. Being able to draw it as well to play around hand traps and protect you from other things. Not to mention, this card is really good when they Harpies you or they evenly you, because it basically makes evenly do nothing at all. You're going to keep your detonator. They're going to banish this. On the next turn, they're going to have a smaller board because you still have the detonator plus any non-engine you have. You're going to just go duo drive, search this again, play around other hand traps, remake the board and kill them. This was here to mainly play around hand traps, or to board breakers, and in theory this does still stick. But honestly, I just don't think it's necessary. The board breakers are never going to be the cards that actually end up finishing you off. And then finally, the best card in the deck, 3D Barrier. I think I drew this card 0 times and activated it maybe 0 times. But yeah, it's probably the best card in my deck. I crossed it out like 4 times. That was cool. That's pretty much it for the deck profile, guys. I did do the combos from the spreadsheet. If you want to check the spreadsheet out, I'm going to link it down below. As well as check out my other videos. I really appreciate it.
You have any shoutouts?
Yeah, I do need to give a shout out. Sorry. I want to give a shout out first off to Logan Grugan Johnson.
That's me.
And then Logan Shepard, Oliver, Jeremy Glassman, Tristan Bridges, as well as the GOAT, Troy Yamaguchi, as always. And then shout out to the sponsors of the channel, Dueling Guard, as well as Imperium Duelist. And then my personal sponsor, the Gaming Metro, Absolute GOATs. That's going to be it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and you have a fantastic day.